Welcome everybody to Light Efficient Designs podcast series, the LED Cast. I'm your host, Doug Nebelsberger, joined by my co-host, Rebecca Healy, and our special guest for the day, Dan Taylor from the West Coast, our Western Regional Manager, and my cousin. What's up, Danny?
What's up, guys? How you doing out there?
We are doing okay. Weather's trying to turn for the better. How's the weather in Oregon?
It's actually not that bad. We've had some strings of a couple days of rain here, but we had last week 7 straight days of sunshine, and we're going to get back into that spring weather. So looking forward to some nice quarantine weather.
Well, that's very positive. I can't say the same about your attire there. Looks like LA Kings all around.
Yeah, we did. We had a couple good seasons against the Hawks, so I thought I might bring it up. You know, being that we're family, sometimes you got to rub it in a little bit more, right?
Yeah, we had 3 of these Stanley Cups in a short span there. I know you guys had 2, but you know, 3's obviously better than 2. Rebecca, you wanna jump in here and
Hey Dan, how are you doing?
Oh, hey Bex, miss ya. Good to see your voice, hear your voice, and see your face. Been a while.
How are your 2 baby boys?
Oh man, growing like weeds. Nixon is just about 7 months old, started crawling this week. Lincoln's still smashing the golf ball and annoying his mother and I, as any good 4-year-old should do. So definitely keeping us on our toes.
Good. Hey, so we all miss sports and we want to get to know you better. So I've got a couple sports questions for you. Are you ready?
Oh man, my second life. Yes, go.
All right. What is your favorite sports team?
My favorite sports team is the Chicago Cubs. Now, a lot of people will say, why are you a Cubs fan and you're wearing an LA Kings jersey and yada yada. My family is from Chicago, but when I grew up as a kid in Southern California, I watched the Cubs on WGN religiously, and I went to spring training, and I came to Chicago every summer. So the Cubs are definitely my number 1, and the Los Angeles Kings are my number 2.
Very, very nice. What is your favorite sports movie?
Well, my favorite sports movie, as I've gotten older, has become Happy Gilmore, because I now have transferred my love of hockey into a golf obsession. But as a kid growing up, just because, again, of the nostalgia of the Cubbies, I like the movie. I think it came out in I want to say it was in the early 90s, called Rookie of the Year, with Henry Rollingardner. He used to whip that ball from the outfield all the way in. So I used to enjoy watching that as a kid, and assuming one day I would become a Cubs star just by throwing a ball back from the bleachers. And I will say that Doug, being my cousin and working as much as we do together, I was lucky enough to catch a home run at Wrigley Field with Doug being there. And
Danny gave it, and he gave the ball to a young fan too. His new fatherly instinct kicked in, and he gave it to a young fan too. So that was really a cool moment. But yeah, awesome.
Yeah, awesome. If you're a Chicago Cubs fan and you're an adult and your kid isn't sitting next to you and you catch a home run, you better give it to your kid. That's what you do. Yeah,
definitely. And what was your favorite sport that you played as a child?
My favorite sport I played was ice hockey. Ice hockey was one of those sports where you could go out there and bash heads with anybody, everybody, and leave it all on the ice. So you got to take out a lot of aggression in that old game of hockey there. But I just love playing the sport, love traveling. Got to travel a lot as a youngster playing hockey, which I was very fortunate to do with some of my best friends. Played into my adult years, and definitely miss playing. But like I said, now transferring to the golf. The golf is now my adult sport. Enjoy that.
You definitely share that trait with Roland. We had Roland on a couple podcasts ago, and he liked to hit everything. He said hit the other team, hit the ref, hit the boards. I think but like to stir it up too. So definitely can relate to that. So, but let me kick this off with what we're going to be talking about today. And hang on, was I sharing my screen all the time? Might have been.
Yeah, you were.
There you were.
All right, it's all right. Let's keep it going. All right. So if you guys haven't seen our new solar page, solera-solar.com, it's our new landing page. We'll be building that out over the next couple months. And if you're not following Rebecca at Retrofitting Rebecca on Instagram, please follow her. Great content, almost up to 50 different posts already. She's been active on there. But this is LED Cast number 5, where we learn, connect, and have some fun. This is the Friday edition. So we're gonna have a little bit more fun today. But what we have lined up, possibly, is here we go. We're gonna talk about round 2 winners, part 2. So we did part 1 with Gene Cullen yesterday. So we're gonna release some winners of round 2. And then, but before we get that started, the reason we have Dan on here today is to talk about some of our solar LED fixtures. Specifically, we're going to talk about the solar bollard and the solar wall pack series. I've got a couple quick photos of these products here, just to kind of highlight, you know, how it's got that real kind of normal look to it, where it fits in. It doesn't look anything too foreign, and it really puts out some nice light output there. So there's your wall pack. And then on the next one is the bollard, which also puts out some really brilliant light. So really great to have these pictures really illustrate how powerful these lamps are. So, but Dan, that's enough for me. Want to talk to you about you know, how you feel about our off-grid solar products that we have. I know you've been selling them for a little while. Oh, and there's one live in person, or live in fixture. I don't know what you would say, but anyways, well, tell us about it.
Well, this is our solar bollard, yes, like you said, and as you can see, pretty lightweight, easy to get into the hands and show to you guys. But you know, application-wise, pathways, driveways, schools, office parkways. I mean, there's a lot of different applications that we can look at for this. Being a 2-watt, 200 lumen output unit, something that's going to give you the light on the pathway that you need, but again, not having to be on the grid. Bolting to the ground, vandal-proof, you know, made of a nice hard material. The LED battery itself can be replaced. So it's definitely one of those long-term uses, definitely with the solar bollard. Opportunities I've seen myself, actually, you know, Doug and I, we've been talking, opportunity out in the Phoenix market, pathways. So I'm talking about that as a park that runs with just trails, you know, miles and miles of trails. And one they say about 5 to 10 miles. And about every 30 to 50 feet, they're going to be installing these solar bollards. Again, not having to have any power out there, but able to light that walkway for safety for pedestrians out there. So one of the bigger installations, but then some of the other stuff we've seen is the local property management. California markets, our buddy down there, sales line, Justin, he was selling these to a property management company with apartment complexes, and they were putting them inside some of the complexes. They started with one and now got great result from it, so they're going to start dipping into some other of those properties. So seeing some of those, again, schools, parks and rec, local authorities, you know, if you have like a city building or something like that where they just put some light out front, this is a great application for that. Low cost, obviously no grids and no power, no power needed to run this puppy. Photo cell built into the top, so once you take off the waterproof seal, press the on button. Again, let me back up a little bit, because these are lithium batteries, and I always like to say, Doug, that when you're doing these, Rebecca, same thing with you probably know this, I heard you say it. When I'm doing these, I always like to remind my customers, these are like cell phones. Lithium batteries need to be charged, so make sure that you don't just assume it's going to work right away and go out there. You know, take a look at our instructions. We try and lay it out there really easy for you, but make sure you take off the button here, get this thing charged up overnight that first night, and then go install it. The photocell, again, built into the top of the solar panel. The light output will come on and give you that light throughout the night. So even on cloudy days, I want to say this battery, if I read correctly, 2 to 3 days, and even from some of the testing I've seen us do without even having sun out, she'll still give you good light. So really enjoying this fixture. Excited to get a lot more in stock as we move through this and install a lot more.
That's awesome. I couldn't have asked you to do a better rundown of the solar bollard fixture. That thing's awesome, and that opportunity that you have. How long is that pathway that you were talking about in Arizona? Was it?
I want to say they said it was about 5 to 10 miles, and they wanted to run these about every 30 to 50 feet. And so, I mean, the opportunity, and that's just, again, something that they've been waiting for. Yeah. Because not being able to put power out in the middle of the desert, how much that would cost. So this is, as soon as they heard about it, yeah, they grabbed right onto it. So the installation, the testing has been going solid. So just waiting to get that final feel.
Fantastic. And I know you actually recently, but you've been having a lot of success with those solar wall packs. We've had those out now for just about a year. But you were telling me a little bit about a recent success in California, I think.
Yes, again, sales lane. And being the West Coast, I could talk about all my reps. I picked on California a little bit with the solar products. I was also in the Mexico market, but Alan Severance has taken over that. So I kind of pour my heart and soul into the Southern Arizona and Southern California markets with these. So another example, again, like you said, in California, CBRE, Coldwell Banker Realty Enterprise, I think. I apologize, I don't know the exact term. But they started putting these on some of their office buildings. They have 8 sites. They did their first order of 200. So it's 100 of the 7 watts, which I have here in my hand.
Wow.
And then we also have a 15 watt version that Doug. So the 15 and 7 watts. These adjustable lid, so you can actually get the best angle to the sun. Settings inside. So once you turn this puppy on, you can set it 3 different ways. Occupancy, so when someone shows up, a low to high or 100% on. So you got that opportunity to do the 3 adjustments. Now, people say, well, I put this up on my wall and well, how am I supposed to reach it? Well, we made that easy for you as well. So on the front here, not only do we have this little guy here, but it's infrared for remote control. So we can actually adjust the different settings with the remote control. So 15, 20 feet on a wall, you don't have to worry about getting on a ladder. Adjustment for seasons. So in the winter, obviously, you might just want to do it for like on and off for occupancy when people are coming in your area. But in the summer, when we get a lot more sun, you leave it on 100%. So you can adjust that mode. So it's very easy, user-friendly for that aspect. But again, off-grid, bolts to the wall, very simple, adjustment made with remote control. So 7 watt, 15 watt of these puppies, very, very nice little unit. But I also will tell you, Doug and Rebecca, that when I was in Fresno, every year we do the ag show down there. And these things, even just for a local rancher, it doesn't have to be a business. These can be on somebody's property. They can be in their boathouse. I mean, this is really something that's a really universal tool that can be used in all rounds of life. So really, really liking these puppies.
No, that's awesome. And I know you've actually got a bunch of your good distributor partners that are stocking this product too, right? They're putting it out at the counter area and stuff.
Absolutely, and that's a good point, Doug. Impulse buy. Some of the things that we've seen over the years as we've grown our core business, getting the light efficient design REMFROST models on counters. People go into a distributor, they are sitting waiting in line. Distributors get busy in the morning. We have some really cool displays that we've put out in some places where people can actually look at these and say, you know what, this is something that could use an impulse buy. So having these out on the counter, having a few to, 1 to show, 2 to go kind of thing, making sure that these are available is something I would recommend. I mean, it really does prove it, as we've seen with some distributors get rid of these other companies.
And a reminder for those watching, we do have 2 and 3 foot gondolas, rolling racks that we can provide. We have those in stock. And we just released recently that 7 watt wall pack that Dan was holding. We have that in a counter display now. So we now have those in stock. Part number on that is SL-9100. Check out Rebecca's inventory report that she sends out daily. You can find it in there, but just a really powerful way to show, the light output of these things, because, we're finding out seeing is believing, with these solar lights. So, but we're having a lot of success. Dan's having a bunch of success. So really appreciate you sharing, I guess, how you've been selling it and your experiences with it thus far. But it's fun time to be involved with LED, light efficient design, going from LED to solar LED. Really fun stuff right now.
Absolutely. That's one thing, to finish that off, breath of wine. Our inventory, like you said, is out every day. Make sure everybody takes a look at that report and get some samples out to customers and get some of that solar up on the wall and out off the grid.
All right. Heard it here first. Dan Taylor, thank you very much for your insights on our solar bollard, solar wall pack, and just overall our off-grid solar lineup. So with that, we're going to have a little bit of fun here, and we are going to release the last of the winners from round 2 into round 3. One more time. There's that bollard. Thing's pretty powerful, I got to say.
That's awesome.
So Rebecca, introduce us to our first region for the day.
Oh, Doug, this is so exciting. All right, so now we're going to unveil the contestants, moving on to round 3 for the pin-based retrofits region.
Is it round? Yeah, we're round 3, right? Yeah, round 1, round 2. Okay, it's hard to keep track when you got 256 entries. That's just not what I envisioned, but
Co-host, Doug.
We want to get everybody involved. Okay, right off the bat, we've got Gray Bar versus Gray Bar. I got to ask both of you guys, what do you guys think? We got Carl or Nicholas? Who do you think is going to move on to round 3 from Gray Bar? I can give you a John Madden answer and say it's probably going to be somebody from Gray Bar.
I'm going to go with Carl, Doug.
You're going to go Carl? All right.
But my money's on Carl since I have nothing else to bet on right now. I got 20 on Carl, Doug.
Rebecca?
I really think it's going to be Nicholas B. I really do.
Somebody's got to be right here. It's definitely going to be me with my Gray Bar prediction, and it is Carl. Congratulations, Danny.
Woo!
You got that one right. And then on the bottom, one of our infamous international matchups, Canada versus United States. Let's see who we have moving on to round 3. And it's Brian from Electrozad from Canada. Congratulations, Brian. Welcome to round 3. And here's our first distributor rep showdown. Kevin from FSG and Joe Volker from Synergy. Joe is very technical. I like his chances. He knows the fundamentals. But let's see who's moving on. Fundamentals don't matter here. It's Kevin, FSG. Thank you, Kevin, for playing, and welcome to round 3. And your opponent will be Parker C from CED. FSG versus CED. Say that 5 times fast. Anybody want to try? No? All right, moving on. We've got Sean from Yesco versus Debbie from GCM, our rep in Florida. Let's see how this one shakes out, guys. Sean from Yesco moves on to round 3, and joining him, will it be another distributor, or will we have Mike Arnold from Industrial Source? And it's D from Lamp Sales. Little distributor showdown here in round 3. And who do we got? A couple more reps versus distributors. Let's see who unveils here. We've got Dunn Electric versus ERI, our rep in Wisconsin. And it's Michael from Dunn Electric out in New York, upstate New York. And then we've got Pinky. Pinky's a sweetheart. She sent me a really nice note. We've got Brent from Madison Electric. Let's see if the sweetness gets Pinky to round 3 here. And it does not. Unfortunately, it does not. But thank you for playing, Pinky, and congrats, Brent from Madison. Meet Michael from Dunn. Welcome to round 3. Wow. And a quick word from our sponsor at Light Efficient Design. And great product placement right after the pin-based retrofits region there, I must say. So what we're looking at here, guys, these are all 42-watt CFL replacements from Light Efficient Design. The lamp on the left actually comes with both adapters in every box, so it doesn't matter if you have a horizontal or a vertical socket. This lamp is going to provide you 2,500 lumens of light. Yes, 2,500 lumens. 25 watts, very versatile, great lamp if you're really trying to increase the light output in your recessed cans. But we also have our brand new G3. Up top is the 7324 horizontal G3. Is compatible with electronic ballasts and online voltage. We call it our universal, some call it a hybrid. And on the bottom is our famous 7320 that looks like your traditional CFL. That puppy is now up to 1,600 lumens. It's crazy. And both of those are offered in 5,000K. The people asked for it and the people get it. That's what we do here. We are the people's champion, or at least we try to be. Hopefully the Rock won't come at us for that one. But moving on, Rebecca.
All right, let's go and unveil the contestants moving on to round 3 for the Solar Lights region.
Very popular region in Solera Madness. Here we go. We definitely are going to have a rep coming in here. Dan, we've got one of your reps here, Joel from Desert States. How do you like Joel's chances?
You know, I like Joel's chances a lot, especially being in the solar bracket. That's kind of a nice thing, being in the Arizona market. So I think I'll put that 20 back on Joel there.
Rebecca, do you want to weigh in here? I mean, you're 0 for 1 against Dan.
I'm going to stick with Carter.
You're going to stick with Carter? Well, let's see who prevails. Carter's a tough matchup as well here. So moving on to round 3, our first rep from today, we had some reps yesterday, is Joel. Congratulations, Joel from Desert State. We were supposed to actually travel together last week. Unfortunately, we were unable to do so to the circumstances, but we'll see each other soon, Joel. And welcome to round 3. And facing off in round 3 against you is Bill from Standard Electric. I think Roland gave him a shout out the other day, but Bill, meet Joel. Welcome to round 3. Now we've got Tyler from Clower in Alabama against Kim Hyde from Martin Sales in St. Louis. Round 3, congrats, Tyler. And you will be meeting in round 3, Kirk from Gillivan. So now, wow, this is another international matchup here. We've got Alabama versus Canada. We're gonna have to find out where in Canada specifically, which province at least. Here we go. We got Stacy from Team Electrical in Michigan against Sean from Gray Bar. Could Sean be our second Gray Bar person today, moving to round 3? And he is. Congratulations, Sean. At the bottom, we've got Kyle from Gillivan, another Gillivan participant, and Devin from Pearl Street. Gillivan, moving on again. We've got a couple Gillivans today. Congratulations. I guess maybe it's in spirit of Dan and I wearing our hockey stuff, being the national pastime for our Canadian friends. And here we go. We've got Sean. Is this a champion versus champion matchup, Rebecca?
It is. It sure is.
Well, I'm not going to have you weigh in on that one. Dan, you're 2-0 here. I don't think you know either person, but who do you like?
You know, I'm seeing a little trend here, so I'm going to stick with Sean from Metro.
All right. You know what? This is kind of like a good hockey matchup. We've got St. Louis versus, I believe, Pittsburgh. Couple Stanley Cup champions in the past decade. Let's see who prevails here. And it's Bill. It's Bill from Scott Electric. Congratulations, Bill. And you know, not going to say anything about my feelings about St. Louis sports. Moving on. Chad versus Andrew. Let's see who gets the W. And it's Andrew from Kirby Risk. Andrew versus Bill in round 3.
Hey, Doug.
Yes.
I got. Since there's a hockey theme here, I got a quick trivia question for our Canadian folk, which hopefully you can answer for them. You know the last time that a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup? You know what year that was and what team it was? Think about my jersey, Douglas.
Oh. It wasn't the Quebec Nordiques, was it?
No, it was not.
Or they moved.
It was the '93 Montreal Canadiens who beat the Los Angeles Kings after Marty McSorley got an illegal stick call in Game 2 after the Kings were leading 1-0 and a 2-1 lead in that period. Third period.
Wow.
Lost that game in overtime and continued to lose 3 in a row. 4 in a row.
That is a pretty good memory there. That is a pretty good memory. I was thinking we were going to have to go back to the Canadians of when they went on their runs back in the 60s and 70s.
You know, funny thing about Ken Drydick's backup goalie back in the 70s, Doug? He played, I want to say he came into 12 games in those 4 years and won 4 Stanley Cups. He only played in 12 games.
Hey, man.
Got the ring.
Gotta play your role. Play your role.
That's right.
Rebecca,
Team player, baby.
Rebecca, a quick word from our sponsor at Solera Solar Lighting.
Yeah, absolutely, Doug. What eye-opening photos of Solera solar lights illuminating areas where there is no power. I'm seeing projects where they had power but wanted to go solar. But seeing is believing, folks. Thank you to those who sent in photos to show just how powerful Solera solar fixtures can brighten up an area. We're talking statues, flagpoles, dog parks, billboards, exterior walls, pathways, steps on a staircase. If there's something in the darkness, Light Efficient Design can light it up. Back to you, Doug.
Thank you, Rebecca. And if you guys were not excited, you got to be now. I'm excited, Rebecca. I am ready to roll into the next region, and I'm going to take it from you. This is the Collaborate region, one of my favorites. Nothing better than working together with our reps and our distributor partners out there. Let's get to it. All right. First at the top, we've got Bill from Lamp Sales versus Adam from Synergy. I think we had somebody from Synergy yesterday move on. I believe Hagen. Let's see if Adam can join him in round 3, and he does not. Sorry, Adam, but thank you for playing. We've got a Kirby Risk Voss showdown here. Really high participation rate from both companies. Thank you both. And moving on to round 3 is Adam. Adam from Voss Lighting. We got Voss Lighting versus Lamp Sales. Welcome to round 3. All right, full distributor matchups here. Main Electric versus CED. Ed versus Logan moving in to the third round. I guess it's the round of 64. Jeez, crazy. Is Logan from CED. Congratulations, Logan, and you will be facing off. I'm just talking hockey now. It's hard to not say it. So facing off against Drew from Mayer Electric. Congratulations, Drew. Welcome to round 3, guys. All right, we've got a couple reps here. Let's see if one of them can squeak into round 3. Archibald versus Annixter, A versus A. And Drew gets the W. Congratulations, Drew. And then we've got Carrie from Crescent versus Karen from Pioneer, our rep in Minnesota. And Drew will be facing off against Carrie from Crescent. Welcome to the 3rd round. What do we got here? Ben from Van Meter in Iowa and Elena from Team Electrical, our rep in Michigan. And a little Midwestern showdown. I might have referenced this the other day, but a little Iowa-Michigan football would be real exciting right now. But instead, we have this. So let's see what we got. Ben from Van Meter in Iowa, congratulations. You will be seeing Josh from Voss. I got to look in to see where Josh is, but Voss is in the Iowa area. They're spread out throughout the country, but we might have a local showdown there. All right, now another quick advertisement from Light Efficient Design.
All right, yeah, so Light Efficient Design puts together these monthly pro workshop webinars. Learn, connect, sell better. They provide company and industry updates, new product releases, case studies, and more. Participate in quizzes and Q&As to learn even more. Contact Rebecca Healy for more information. And if you've missed any, log on to Light Efficient Design's website. You'll find it under Resources tab, Video, and then the Webinars. Below each video, you'll see the name of each product featured in that video. Back to you, Doug.
Thanks, Rebecca, and thanks again, Light Efficient Design, for your sponsorship. Without it, we wouldn't be able to do these LED casts. Seriously, we wouldn't. So moving on, the last bracket for the day, Rebecca, what do we got?
All right. So yeah, let's go and unveil those contestants that are moving on in the 3rd round in the Innovate region.
This one's exciting. Love innovation. That's what we're all about here at Light Efficient Design. All right, we've got Barry from ESA versus Evan Stillwell from FSG in Austin, an LED champion. And
I gotta go with Mr. Stillwell on this one.
All right, Rebecca likes Evan, and there we go. Evan to the 3rd round. Rebecca is excited. Hopefully, Evan is just as excited when he watches this on Friday. In the bottom, we've got Christian versus Anthony, Dominion versus Kniff, and the winner is Christian from Dominion. Welcome to round 3. All right, Johnny G was a dark horse in the 1st round, and he got the W. Can he get it over Kevin from French Girlman? And he doesn't. Kevin, French Girlman, welcome to the 3rd round. And you will be seeing Eric from Voss, another Voss participant moving on. A lot of lamp salespeople involved in the mix too, though. Like the participation. All right. Looks like we got a couple distributors moving on to round 3 regardless. Kirby Risk versus QED, and the winner is William from QED. Congratulations. We've got Shauna from Kane. Kane's part of the CD family. There's some Kane branches down in the Southwest, right, Danny? Does that sound right? New Mexico?
Yes, it does.
Yeah? All right.
Southwest, yes.
All
Arizona
right.
market, yes.
All right. Well, Danny's going to be rooting for Shauna. I can't root for anybody. I'm the host, so can't play favorites. It's Brent from Madison Electric. Congratulations. All right. This is the last part of it all. We've got Sequel versus Stoneway. Stoneway's out near Danny as well.
That's up in the Northwest.
Yep. So what do you? I got to ask then, Danny. Stoneway versus Sequel.
I'm saying I think Todd takes this one. Todd's coming out strong.
Todd would
represent the West.
All right. Moving on to round 3. Zach from Sequel.
Todd, you let me down.
Danny goes an even 2 for 2, and this is what you get for gambling. I'm just teasing.
Hey, that's a true statement.
All right. Our last matchup is John from Steiner, local to us here in Chicago, and then James from Gexpro. I got Danny. Do you want to go? See.
I'm going Gexpro. I'm going Gexpro.
Gexpro. Rebecca, you want to weigh in?
Well, I think since John beat me, I think he's going to win.
That's usually a good way to go about it, because then you can't be too upset. So, last entry moving into round 3, the round of 64, which we originally intended to do. But anyways, that person is James from Gexpro. Danny goes 3 for 2, and that's how you do it, folks. Rebecca, good thinking though. Can't blame you. And then lastly, Solero is solar lighting, the new hybrid 365 LED solar area light. This is brand new, innovative. What's great about hybrid 365 is it guarantees 365 nights of light for you. It does power into the grid, but only uses the grid as backup if the sun is not able to efficiently charge the battery for cases such as too many cloudy days or very, very cold temperature. But this actually goes down to -4 degrees Fahrenheit or -20 degrees for our friends north in Canada. Check out our solera-solar.com for a little more information. This product is going to be released very, very soon. And again, free to shine. Thank you guys for joining. Feel free to hang out with us for a little bit longer. Want to talk to Danny a little bit. We're gonna throw it back. I've been watching a little bit of some old WWF before it went to WWE, and I know Danny from our conversations over the years. Rock, Stone Cold? Who's your guy, or do you got a different guy?
Well,
Hey, Doug, you want to stop sharing your screen?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get our bright, beautiful faces in here. All right.
So going back, if I think about just in the years of the Stone Cold and The Rock, in that era, I would say that definitely Steve Austin was our guy in my friend group. I mean, we were out there having a good time, trying to go to college, trying to do all those fun things, smashing beers, right? I mean, that's what he did. He'd take the two, he'd crack them, and smash them in his head, and get everybody fired up. But I will tell you though, I was thinking about The Rock. I mean, Dwayne Johnson, if you think about where he is now and what he did, I mean, even I don't know if you've seen that wrestling movie that came out with the English Family. I don't know if you've seen that, Doug.
Yeah.
But you look about this life that he's led and stuff, and Stone Cold and these guys. I mean, wrestling was something, but The Rock, just to single him out, he took it to the next level. I mean, he is just. I mean, with the tequila, with his clothing, with his gym stuff. I mean, the actor. I mean, that's impressive. But I would say as my friends back then, though, we were Stone Cold Steve Austin. Then taking it back even further with my brother, I would say the Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Jake the Snake. I mean, those were.
That was
The Undertaker. Remember the Undertaker, Dougie? Oh,
Undertaker was around for like decades.
oh man. I mean, those
I
guys. That
remember
was.
Rikishi.
He's what?
Rikishi?
Yeah, that's very funny. That's a great reference, Rebecca. I won't elaborate on it more and tell everybody what his finishing move was. You can look it up if you really want to. Rikishi, the Samoan. Yeah, The Rock really did take it to another level. I mean, I think his first ever movie was The Mummy. But I pretty much watch anything that The Rock's in. I have not seen Tooth Fairy. But outside of that, I mean, I've even gone as far as watching Baywatch with Zac Efron. Kind of like it.
Have you seen The Rundown?
The
Rundown's the one where he's like
he's like the local guy.
bounty hunter kind of guy. Where he goes through in the first scene.
Yeah.
That was one of the best fight scenes I think I've seen in a movie, when he beats up the whole offensive line for the Miami Dolphins. That was pretty good. But anyways, yes, wrestling has always had, my brother, my cousin, we've always had a kind of a fun way of enjoying that sport, because it is a sport, it is acting per se, but I mean, I've seen some people get hurt doing that. So,
yeah.
So they're putting on a show. So
I would highly recommend for anybody that's fan of wrestling, I guess, if you're bored during these times, check out Royal Rumble from 1996. I believe that's when, I think that's when The Rock goes from Rocky Maivia to The Rock. And if not, it's Royal Rumble 2000. But both are exceptional. I watched them in the past week. Highly entertaining. I'll say Stone Cold is involved in both of those as well. But just great stuff, man. Those are good memories.
I mean, I'm just thinking like Vince McMahon and all that. That was actually good TV back then. Before reality TV really like took off, you know, that was kind of, I mean, in essence, they were putting on a show, but I mean, it was, you know, live people, right, at shows doing it, you know, kind of impromptu if they had a script, kind of, you know, going from there. So it was definitely fun to watch.
It was captivating. So, you know, yeah, Rock's done a lot of stuff, but it's crazy. Just remember the old days when he was Nation of Domination, when he was Rocky Maivia starting.
And the eyebrow thing, man. Nobody could do the eyebrow like him. I can't even do it. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Good times, man. Good times.
Let's see, what else? Dan, what's your favorite Doritos flavor? Rebecca, you got to weigh in too.
Well, my favorite was spicy nacho. My kids got me back on the regular nacho, but I will tell you the salsa verde one.
Oh, dude, that's mine. Salsa verde all day.
Oh, so good.
Sign me up.
Eat those with plain sour cream. Oh man, they're so good.
Sign me up. Rebecca, what's your favorite Dorito flavor? You're on mute.
Sorry. It's Cooler Ranch. Growing up in California, it was always like 105 out in the summer. So I would put my Doritos bag in the freezer, and then I would just eat them, eat them straight up. But I would dip it in ranch. But anyway, that's another issue. But yes, frozen Cooler Ranch Doritos. Bomb.com.
Love it. Danny, I know you miss, you always get some Chicago pizza when you come here, but what's your favorite Chicago pizza?
My favorite Chicago pizza is definitely Lou Malnati.
And you're talking the deep dish, the pie.
Oh, I tell you, the deep dish with the butter crust, sausage pie. I used to like the Geno's East where they put the sauce on top and like the stuff, which I think we did that a few times with Tampa.
Yeah.
But you know, like a Salerno's, you know, you've been to Salerno's with us. Like a Salerno's, an old style deep dish Chicago, thick cheese, heavy sausage, makes you want to die. But it's so good, but it's so fat. That's the pizza I like.
Rebecca, do you have a favorite?
I like pizza. It's got to be the cauliflower crust and then just a whole bunch of different veggies on it.
I think you might have just got your Chicago pizza card taken from you.
Okay, hold on. Remember, I'm not originally from here, but I would,
Okay.
yeah, maybe. Oh, hold on, my husky. She wants me to let her out. Oh gosh.
All right, well.
Doug.
Oh, she's sneezing.
What is that? Lou Malnati's frozen. Nice.
Gotta bring Chicago home to the West Coast, baby.
That's what you do. They got that. They got the Portillo's. I had Portillo's last night. Chopped salad. Delicious.
I tell you, Portillo's at home though. When you make it out here, you order it online. I mean, I can make my own pot and I can dunk the sandwich and eat it right out of the pot. Oh, that's good.
Gotta love the extra dip. Oh my gosh, look, we've got a special guest. That is Freedom, the husky. She loves the camera, it looks like.
I know. Well, it was on mute. There's my husky. Her name is Freedom.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
Freedom.
Uh-oh. Might be how old is Freedom, Rebecca?
Freedom is 6 years old.
6?
Yes, she's 6. And
She's beautiful. You're very strong too. She looks like
Oh
she's
yeah.
got some pretty good size.
Yeah. And I love her fluffy tail.
Oh, dog. I love Dag. Great thing. We're actually getting a chocolate lab in June.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Pretty excited to miss a dog. It's been almost a year.
Stuff.
Good though. It's all good.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to sign off. But Dan, thanks for joining us. Great to see your face. Not so much your hat or your sweater, but I love you.
Stanley Cup champions, 2014. Good year.
Stay good. From
Thank you,
2020.
Bye, guys. Thanks for having me. Here, my son wants to say goodbye to everybody. Say bye, Link. Say see you later.
Hey, Lincoln.
Hi.
How are you?
All right, we'll talk to you. Love
All
you
right,
guys.
See you guys. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.